I'm Judy Shaw for NYSE Floor Talk. Joining me today is Robert Sanchez. He is Chairman and CEO at Ryder System. Robert, it's wonderful to have you here. Thanks for joining me today.
Thank you, Judy. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. So now, Robert, tell me about the business. I know you are not just about trucks.
Right, so most people know Ryder because of our iconic rental trucks, the white trucks with the Ryder logo. That's only 15% of the revenues of the company. The rest of the business is a truck leasing business that we have where we lease. If you think about the truck rentals, there's 40,000 of those. There's 130,000 trucks that we lease that don't have the Ryder logo on them, just have a little sticker. They have our customers' logos on them, so we own all those trucks, we lease them, and we do all the maintenance. And then the larger percentage of our business now is more of our logistics type business, more of an asset-light business. So that's where we run big distribution centers for customers. We run transportation networks. We actually run trucks and drivers for our customers to move their product. And then more recently, we've now gotten into the e-commerce fulfillment business. So we're doing everything all the way to bringing the products all the way to the door of the consumer.
Okay. So now, during the pandemic, there was an increased awareness about supply chain. So tell me, how have you been helping companies make their supply chains more resilient, flexible, and efficient?
Yeah, several ways, but really we're in the outsourcing business. So everything that we do in transportation logistics, a customer can do on their own. So think about running warehouses, running transportation networks. So we've got to be more efficient and better and more reliable at it than what companies can do on their own. So we've really focused on that. We've added new technologies to our logistics. So we have something called Ryder Share, where now a customer has visibility to an order and they can see it all the way from where it leaves their facility all the way till it gets to the consumer, all on the same platform. They can outsource any of these activities to Ryder. We're a North America-based company, so we spend a lot of time figuring out how do we get more efficient at what we do. And then, as I mentioned, more recently, we added now a whole e-commerce fulfillment. So we can provide the fulfillment network for companies that are doing e-commerce, maybe doing them for the first time, and they need somebody who has the network of facilities to store their product and then ultimately do the delivery all the way to the home. So we can do that on your normal parcel type business, but we also have a big and bulky final mile business where we deliver things like furniture, appliances, those types of things that are a little larger. We do that final mile delivery also for our customers. So we like to say we're port to door. Okay. We can go all the way from the port in North America all the way to the door of the consumer.
Okay. Now, Robert, tell me, what's your view on the future of logistics/transportation?
So a lot of change, a lot of disruption. That's probably an overused word, but there is a lot of that going on in transportation. You think about the transition to more sustainable type vehicles, electric, hydrogen. That's going to happen. It's probably going to take longer than most people think. We think that's going to take decades to fully do that transition. But there's going to be a lot of change in vehicle technology over the next couple decades. There's different ways that people are looking at technology now, where it was always, I need to make a move, I need my truck, I need to do that delivery. There's a lot more sharing of assets that are going on in transportation. And we see that as an important, I would say, trend in the industry. And then finally, e-commerce. As I mentioned, the whole move to e-commerce especially over the last decade, but really accelerated during the pandemic, as really something that'll continue to go on for the next several years. So for Ryder, it's really about making sure that we can provide our customers important services in that area. We're very involved in electric trucks, autonomous trucks, and being a player in that and a leader in understanding when's the right time to make that transition. We launched a product called Coop, which is basically an Airbnb for trucks. Oh. So if I have a truck that's idle and I want to rent it or let somebody else, another company use it, they can use the Coop platform to do that. We're now nationwide with that product. And then again, also getting very involved in making sure that we become an important player in that e-commerce fulfillment sector.
Okay, so now you are sponsoring pro golfer Sam Ryder. So tell me, why now and why this approach to marketing?
Right, so Ryder was big in the PGA many years ago. We actually sponsored a tournament, the Doral Ryder Open. It's a big PGA tournament, and got out of it when we left the consumer business. But as we've done more marketing, we realized a lot of the target market that we want to reach, which is really mid-level, higher level executives at companies, watch golf. They watch the Golf Channel. They watch a lot of the tournaments that happen each week. And we really found a great fit with Sam Ryder. Obviously, the name is an obvious reason why we liked him, but also, we found that he's got the right profile of what we're looking for. He's a determined golfer. He's been around for about 5 years in the PGA, and he's been working his way up. He's having a great year since we started the partnership. So we like to say maybe we gave him the boost he needed. But we're excited about him. We think he represents, not only does he represent himself well, but could represent Ryder well.
Perfect. All right. Well, Robert, wonderful to talk with you. Thanks for joining me on Floor Talk.
Great, Judy. Thanks for having me.